So today, July 13th, 2026, I woke up to the very sad news that the New Zealand actor Sam Neill has died, and as a film fan, I just wanted to reflect on his legacy as an actor and some of his great but lesser known roles. Sam Neill is probably best known for his role in Jurassic Park, but that's only scratching the surface of his acting talent. For others, he may be known for starring alongside Harvey Keitel and Holly Hunter as New Zealand settler Alistair Stewart in The Piano, which I have to admit I need to see as one of the many Jane Campion films I haven't seen. I need to get on that. I might do that as a way to honour Sam Neill's memory, actually. That would be a good thing to do. Because he was a great and really underrated actor who deserved more recognition. For instance, he gave scene steering performances as the elegant and purdigrous Duke Cardinal Wolsey in Michael Hurst's The Tudors, starring Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, of course, which reimagined the Tudor period in sexy soap opera fashion, while at the same time nodding to and making history compelling for a modern audience. He was also instrumental in the initial success of Peaky Blinders, bringing to life the villainous and bigoted police chief Major Chester Campbell, a role which harked back to Neill's roots as he was born in Northern Ireland. Neill captures perfectly the Ulster Protestant verbiage, stoicism and villainy of this fantastic character who brings to life with such ease and glee which makes Campbell probably one of the best and most interesting TV villains. In fact, it's refreshing that Stephen McKnight decided to have an Ulster man as a villain, as we rarely see those, but it chimes with the historical setting of the show, and as said, Neill brings him to life with such glee and brilliance that it makes Campbell an utterly compelling character. And one of the main initial reasons to watch Peaky Blinders, if you haven't seen it. For me and others of my generation, he's probably best remembered as the first cinematic and TV Moran as part of a mini-series in the 80s, which is both delightfully odd and dark at the same time. Neill also played the role subsequently again in a sequel called Moran's Apprentice, in the process becoming for many the definitive screen version of the character. Particularly in the days before Colin Morgan's turn as the character in BBC's Moran. In the process, Neill brought his considerable gravitas, playfulness, and warmth to bear on the Arthurian legend, and the two film/miniseries are in many ways carried by his performances, even if they did become newspaper DVD fodder in the early 2000s, which is how I came across them. It was only the second and more adult and accurate rendering of the Arthurian legend I had seen after Disney's Sword in the Stone, and I'm sure that was the case for many of us, I'm sure, particularly before BBC's Moon came around. Much more useful, but no less gripping and Tumblr-friendly take on the Arthurian legend. Sam Neill also combined his talents with that of famed eccentric New Zealand director Taika Waititi, starring in his film Hunt for the Wilderpeople, which has been on my watch list for years lately, and now might be a good opportunity to watch it, as again a way of honouring Sam Neill. The last film of Sam Neill's I want to highlight is the film Ride Like a Girl, an Australian sports biopic chronicling the rise of Michelle Payne as she strives to become the first female jockey to win the Melbourne Cup. Sam Neill brings his undoubted gravitas and warmth to the role of Paddy Payne, a noted horse trainer and rider and Michelle's father. In this role, Neill demonstrated his ability to bring his considerable screen presence to bear on a supporting role in the tradition of other great wise thespians. Think your Jeremy Irons, Anthony Hopkins, or Richard Harris's. Indeed, Neill's screen presence and screen persona gives the role weight it wouldn't have had otherwise, and is a testament to his acting ability that he is one of the most memorable and enjoyable aspects of an extremely well executed and interesting sports biopic. Indeed, as this short and personal sketch of Sam Neill's career demonstrates, cinema and the world have lost great and often underrated talent. However, my hope is that his performances, both on celluloid and the small screen, will continue to speak for him and keep his memory alive as new generations discover the brilliance of this quiet but powerful performer. May he rest in peace.